This video is brought to you by Ageless Geeks.
All right, guys, this is Anthony, aka BATBOMB82, and I am here with Brandon, the guy behind the Warlords of Wor toy line, one of my personal all-time favorite toy lines, and we are here at DesignerCon 2018. So, I want to know first, how's DesignerCon been for you?
This is a great show. I've done the show several years now. It's been out in Pasadena before moving to Anaheim, and it's bananas out here. The show is so much bigger. The amount of talent, the amount of things to see here is just off the scales. It's an amazing show. Energy's really good. Everybody's having a really good time, I think.
Yeah, and I've noticed that just walking through the convention that I'm instantly inspired by a lot of the different styles and artistic abilities of a lot of the people here. And now, have you kind of got the chance to walk around the area and just see other things that other people are doing, and has any of that inspired you at all to maybe step your game up in certain ways, or however it may be?
I do like to walk around as much as I can. I haven't had a chance to do too much of it so far this weekend, but later on this afternoon, I'm definitely going to take a look around. This show, there's always something new. You can't walk 10 feet without seeing something you've never seen before that just completely blows your mind.
Yeah.
One of the things that I love most about this show is all the color, and color's a really important part of what I do as a designer. So I'm always, trying to look for cool color combinations, things that really stand out to me, and try to incorporate that more into my line.
So for those Glyos fans out there, will we ever get a Hades color Bognar?
Hades is on the list.
Shut up and take my money. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing for a lot of my people, fans who don't know, how did you actually come up with the Warlords of Wor, and where did this all stem from?
Yeah, cool. Warlords of Wor kind of started off as sort of an art project. I wanted to do a coloring book. I love coloring books. So I was going to do this hand-pulled, screen-printed coloring book. And I wanted it to be kind of a knockoff He-Man line. So I came up with this just silly idea for Warlords of Wor, and the more I got to thinking about it, the more I started developing story and characters, the more I started to take it seriously and think that I could really do something else with this, but I didn't quite know what that was until I met Marty Hansen, Godbeast, and Ben Spencer, Galaxor, at C2E2 in 2011. And I saw at their table that there were people, making their own resin action figures. And I was like, well, shit, that's can I swear a little bit?
Yeah.
I can do that. I can totally do this. So, I started developing it a little bit more and turned it into this 5.5-inch, resin action figure line.
Yeah, I saw that you were originally doing the 5.5 stuff with magnets and whatnot.
Yes.
And is there any plans to do more of that, or do you want to stick to more of the 3-inch Glyos stuff?
5.5 is where my heart is. It always will be. I love that form factor. So I definitely want to go back to that at some point at a production level. I'm kind of done with resin these days, but doing maybe something in PVC or vinyl, or maybe a full-blown factory production figure would be ideal, the total dream for sure. But for right now, I'm loving the 3-inch line. I love that smaller scale. It's very collectible, very affordable, and it being a Glyos toy and being able to swap with dozens of other toy lines, it's really appealing and really fun for me.
So as far as that goes, since you kind of came into the Glyos community after your 5.5 stuff, how was the Glyos community brought you and welcomed you, and how was the other Glyos companies treated you since you've come in?
Well, it's been great. Again, Marty was kind of my gateway into toy making, and Marty's been doing Glyos stuff for a long time now. So he introduced me to Matt Dowdy at New York Comic Con in 2012, so I've had a relationship with these guys kind of outside of me being a Glyos creator, but I've sort of been on the fringes and kind of courting Matt over the years as I worked to develop Warlords of Wor as a Glyos compatible toy line. So I've had time to build relationships with these guys before being a creator myself, and that's been a really great experience. Everybody's super nice, super welcoming. And once I started actually producing my own line along with Spy Monkey, I mean, it's been awesome. Like, I've been completely welcomed into the family and have made some really great friendships. And we all work together and collaborate. It's so cool. It's a great family to be part of.
How did you guys actually hook up with the guys from Spy Monkey? How did that come about? Like, how did you cross? Because you guys share obviously bucks and whatnot, and you're kind of like one big encompassing world with Battle Tribes and Warlords. How did that actually come about?
That again is just kind of something that happened a long time ago, sort of by chance. I was developing the 5.5 line, and Ben was kind of promoting some of my stuff, and Matt Stein saw some stuff that I was doing and reached out to me and was like, hey man, I really like your stuff. I totally can't afford it, but you should talk to my buddy Jeremy. And that, I met everybody at PowerCon that year. That would have been 2011, 2012, something like that. Anyway, but yeah, so I met Jeremy and Brian and Matt at PowerCon that year, and they were like, hey, if you ever want to work together on something at some point, like, we can totally collaborate. And it was instantly welcomed in, as a friend and a family member with those guys.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And that's one thing I've known, because I'm a big toy collector. I collect a lot of different things. For the people that follow my channel, I have a very vast collection of just everything. And I've noticed the glyos community does feel different than a lot of, say, things like, maybe the Lego community or the Funko Pop community or the import community. And it's crazy how this glyos community does seem more welcoming in a lot of ways, you know what I mean? And it seems kind of like you're one of the cool kids, because that's how I take it, you know what I mean? Because not too many people know about them, and I constantly promote them all the time, and more people are turned on to them, I think, day by day, and then they realize, oh my gosh, these are like the coolest things ever.
Well, I think, by nature, glyos is about compatibility,
right?
And that that comes across in sorry, I'm stumbling here.
It's all right.
As creators, we work together a lot too, right? Like I've already said. So there is a lot of working together, a lot of collaboration that's just kind of inherent. I mean, everybody who kind of comes in, we sort of have to go through the screening process, right?
Right.
Like to be able to use the glyos system, you have to be approved by Matt Dowdy, through Onell, and so he's a pretty solid judge of character. So it's really kind of only like a solid group of people that he's curated to use this system and create toy lines,
And you're one of the chosen few.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about some of the new stuff you guys got here. If we can come over here.
Yeah.
I want to show me what you guys got right now, because I know you guys got some stuff coming up from Battle Tribes Wrestling, which, holy crap, I freaked out when they did this, when they first came up with it.
Yeah.
And one of the first things I thought of was doing the NES Pro Wrestling, and you guys did some of that stuff.
Yeah.
So show me what you guys got.
Yeah, so this is something we cooked up last year, actually, at DesignerCon. We were talking about what we could do for 2018. So that one's a little backwards. I'll show you the loose figures.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So yeah, we wanted to do, they were developing this wrestling set with the new trunks and boots and the belt. And we were thinking of something we could do as a set, to kind of go together with in the wrestling theme.
Yeah.
So obviously, I've got the Gaul character, who's sort of a fish dude.
Yeah.
And
the Amazonas. Is that
the Gaul Amazonas. Yeah. And they had this, the bald head. So it kind of worked out.
Estrella,
Hombre Estrella.
Hombre Estrella.
Yeah. So Starman and the Amazon. But
those are just fantastic. And then you guys did a more of a muscle-esque homage with your Bognar, your Warlords figures too, right? In that more flesh tone.
Right. Yeah. So this is like a darker tan flesh that we use a lot, but it's also really similar to the old muscle Keshi flesh color. So I wanted to do that to kind of go along with their mini set. They also ran their mini body and food heads in the same color, and the super cool header art by Jason Ho, kind of in that old Mattel muscle style.
I love that.
Thanks.
And now I guess you debuted something at the show here, which is your Clobber.
Clobber, yeah, the next character set.
Okay. what happened here? Because a lot of us has been saying, when are we getting these other characters? When are we getting these other characters?
Yeah.
And I know you kind of show little hints about this stuff on social media.
I tease a little bit.
Months ago.
Yeah.
And now you finally have some like prototypes kind of here, right?
Yeah. These are the test shots from the factory. So it's ready to go. Like all the tooling is done. The toys are in production. The full painted versions. The release will be in January. There's 4 new heads. This new slip-on armor piece. These 2-part like cybernetic gauntlets with the giant fist and the claw.
Yeah.
There's a few new weapons. There's a rifle, a knife, and a baton.
Yeah,
There's a very sci-fi military theme to it. So, and Clobber's really kind of like Man at Arms meets Fisto meets Clamp Champ.
I like it.
Yeah, but there's also another head in here which I'm really excited about, and that's the Elipid head, which is this cool cobra snake head, which is featured in the poster there. So yeah.
So how many characters can we expect in that wave right there?
There will be 4 new heads. So the first wave releasing in January will be 4 new colorways.
Right on.
Yeah.
And you said those could be available in January, early January, late January?
January.
We're shooting for somewhere in January. It's fine.
Yeah.
So can you give us an idea of what the colorways are going to be, or are they both going to be based on the comic book stuff?
Right there.
On the comic book stuff? Right on. So again, I expect to see a lot of those, because those are awesome. I cannot wait to get my hands on those. And I actually just bought one of these guys here. Looks freaking awesome, so I hope you guys pick some stuff up too. And a lot of this stuff will be available on your websites, right? On the Battle Tribe website and on your own website, right?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
So I guess, what is it, just leftover stock that you guys are going to have from the show, or do you guys already have some stuff set aside?
Yeah. We always like to set stuff aside for online release at a later date. We always sell first at the convention and then offer our other stock to the online fans. We don't ever want to sell out of something at a show and not be able to offer it to the people who can't make it here. So.
All right, that sounds good. So why don't you go ahead and let all my people know where they can find you at?
All right, I'm at warlordsofwar.com. You can check me out on Instagram at Warlords of War or at Man or Monster for just pictures of my toy collecting problem. On Facebook, you can check out Warlords of War, the official fan group.
Right on, guys. All right, that does it here for myself and Brandon at DesignerCon 2018. Stay nerdy, my friends. Peace.